Hi everyone, it's Samantha from Soul Pathways. How are you? I had the best of intentions to get out today. I did. But as you can see, we're in my car because it's raining. I'm joined by a sparrow. On top of that no parking, stopping, standing sign, there's a little bird on there, a sparrow. And then I have over here a robin. So I do have birds today. I checked the weather. It said I still have an hour, but obviously not. So this is me. No makeup, and my hair. All I did was I straightened it because my hair is naturally wavy, and I'm wearing chapstick. It just comes with a lip tint though, to keep my lips. And no jewelry. So, and my shirt says, "The universe provides." And it does. God is good all the time. And all the time God is good. Amen to that. Rain's just synchronistic. I literally stepped out in my flip-flops. And it began raining, and rain is cleansing, rain is soothing. I don't know about you, I've got a seagull, which is symbolic of independence. I don't know about you, but I'm a type of person who likes a thunderstorm. I like rain. I like the sound of rain. I can sit and watch a rainstorm. I'm one of those people who would, if I had a porch with a swing on it, I'd be sitting on my swing watching the rain with a cup of tea, probably. But, you know, the rain is definitely telling, because I'm in a time of healing. Rain is healing. It's Mother Gaia's way of healing, and it's also nurturing. It doesn't in this fashion. It's to help. Well, I mean, we're on the precipice of spring, so it's to bring in the leaves and to make the grass grow. We're getting dandelions now here where I'm at in Michigan. And over at the pond, which is right in front of me, I'm just going to turn on and open my window for a minute. If you look at the trees, they actually have green buds on them today. And those leaves are every day. Those were not there in that amount yesterday. So if you look, we're getting the greenery back, and that's because of the little bit of rain. So, I love Mother Gaia. She's pretty awesome. So, anyway. I'm gonna shut this window. Wipe it. Just come on for a little and say hi and continue sharing my story, because consistency is key, right? Right. And like anything, if you want something to grow, you have to water the seed. So start by saying my name is Samantha. I'm from Soul Pathways. And if you're wondering why you should watch my videos, check out, I guess, episode 2. The first part I spend talking about the whys on episode 2. I think this is number 5. Okay, I would encourage you to do that. I'm an earth angel and I'm chosen of the 144, and I'm anointed. Part of my mission here is to raise the vibration of the collective. And it's been one of the strangest love stories of my life. Very unconventional, because it doesn't embody traditional romantic love. It embodies love in every sense of the word. I'm love incarnate. But I can tell you, love starts right here. But before here, it starts with Source. I've always known I'm different. And when you know, you know. I don't know if everybody feels different. I think as children, being that I have a master's in counseling, I had to study child psychology. I think all children go through a period of time where they question, do I fit in, do I not? And then they find their niche, and it's, they start blending, right? They find their track. Well, I never found mine. I wanted to, but I didn't, because when I tried to force myself in to places and spaces, then I became unhappy because I wasn't being authentic, right? And I don't know. This story is about truth. It's about sharing an authentic story. And I've been through probably more than my fair share of hardships in my life, and that's why I'm sharing it, so I can prevent that, or at least be there for others in a way that nobody's ever been there for me. In my life, I can say one of the ways that I never fit in was outside of never feeling understood, was I never felt emotionally supported. Like I had any emotional bonds with anybody. And there was one exception to that rule, my mother. And I can't say, I used to say, but that's my mom. And who doesn't have that bond with their mom? But a lot of people don't have that bond with their mom. A lot of people don't have that bond with their mom. In fact, there were periods of time when that bond was actually disrupted quite deeply. When my mom began to drink, it changed her indelibly. it was like meeting a whole new person. And I had to watch her in my sobriety change, which was really heartbreaking because she reached out for help and I couldn't save her. In this life, I'll say this, as I said yesterday, there's only one life that matters, that you can affect, and that's your own. You cannot change other people's lives. For those that do, I'm going to just say here, because you're using some sort of occult magic, what comes around goes around. And I don't care if you believe it or not. You don't have to believe it for this to be existent. Trust me. I know this. What you do to other people will come back to bite you in the butt. Period. Period. Now that I've gotten that out of the way. I think that God made the laws as such to try to keep and prevent people from doing such things, but what it has done is just kept them from doing it until bad things have started happening to them. See, they got to prove it to themselves that the bad things will happen. That's what I've found on my journey. People will F around and find out. And then they find out, and then they're like, oh my God, it's true. Oh. And it's like, hello, duh. I've been telling you since day one. And I'm a truth speaker. Oh, you didn't believe me. Huh. Okay. See, the universe doesn't work like that, folks. It is not seeing is believing. It's believing is seeing. So when you have a group of people that don't believe, they're the ones that need to see things to happen. Oh, Lord, these are the same people that are going to get so much karma. It's not even going to be funny if they don't work on themselves. I used to be. Yeah. Only because, and that's only to some extent, I had protections, but it was because I was, there was some magic being done on me to keep me from understanding exactly who I was. And again, I'm sharing my personal story. It doesn't matter to me if you believe me or not. I know what my story is. We don't know for fact that the Bible was written by exactly who or what, or, you know, that it's all factual. But a lot of frickin' people believe it. Do we really know that Jesus rose after 3 days? Do we know? But a lot of people believe it. I don't challenge that, but I challenge that. Think about it. There are a lot of incredible, magical, miraculous things. Parting of seas. That's in the Bible. A lot of people believe it. Do we know that that actually happened? I had a meditation last week, or was it the week before, where my dad, God, parted a mountain for me. Right in half. For me to get through. Which mountains are obstacles. I believe in magic. I believe in miracles. Always have. I'm a unicorn. But not everybody is. Not everybody believes in the unseen. Not everybody understands the laws of the universe and how they work. These are scientific laws. These are not just things I'm pulling out of my derriere to share so I could have a following, because trust me, I'm being locked from a following in the moment. That's not going to be forever. In fact, I don't think that's going to last more than a blip. You want to say down in soccer? The father walking his daughter in the rain, acting like this is normal. It's not. It's sad. It's very sad. And I feel bad for him. Especially the little girl who looks miserable. And all I want to do is say, fuck off, Dad. Because I think that they're ridiculous. I don't know. I think they're ridiculous. What? It happens. But, you know, again, I'm only human. I've been going through this for forever. I'm 50 this year. And whenever I get one of these videos up, when I finally do, because there's so much resistance, it's not even funny. Resistance in getting it posted, resistance in recording it, resistance, so much resistance. Why? Because it's the truth. It's the truth. Yesterday I had a woman stalking me up and down here. And a man I caught in the video later. He was just standing behind me on his phone. I don't know. Anyway. Don't get it twisted, folks. I'm an earth angel, but I'm still on a human journey. And I am somebody who's been abused by this society of people. And they're trying very hard not to let me rise, and I'm still going to rise. And it really irritates them. And I have healing work to do. And they don't want me to heal either. Fact of the matter is, I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be. I make mistakes like the next person. Truth of the matter is, I own my mistakes. I own them. I don't try to harm people on purpose. I most certainly don't take things that are not mine. I don't try to keep people from being their best. In fact, I'm one of those people who will help you become your best. I'm not somebody who tries to irritate people by pouring salt in your wounds. But this is the type of person I've been around my whole life. People who, they throw stones and hide hands. I really had quite a few lessons to learn in this life about love, self-love, and a relationship relationships and what that entails too, like reciprocity and discernment on how to hold a boundary, set and hold a boundary, which I've gotten very good at. So I'm going to say right now, cleanse and clear me from crown down. Sorry. So these videos are meant to share truths and inspire people to see that somebody who is just a nobody can do anything. You can do anything. We all have heard it's the American way. To have the American dream. Although the American dream seems to be changing somewhat, but in my day it used to be, you know, the white picket fence, 2.5 kids, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know about all that, but I know that I wanted a home, I wanted a husband, I wanted my freedom, I wanted to work from home. I did want kids back then, even though as a kid I didn't really think about kids the way I do now. But do we think about anything as kids the way we do as adults? No. That's why it's easier to manifest when your inner child is out. And healed. Inner child healing is extremely important to manifestation. Getting close with higher power will come in more rapidly when your inner child is intact. Though, it really wouldn't matter if you could bring that inner child out. The higher power, the creator, would help heal. All I have to do is ask. And a way would be made. Foundationally, when it comes to traumas, once you've got a relationship with your higher power, that's where you want to start anyway. Learning to love yourself is learning to love all aspects of you, from your inner child to inner teen, up into your higher self. The many faces of yourself require you to understand that there's not just one version of you, there are multiples. From different lifetimes too, so you gotta understand there could be different problems coming in from other lifetimes that you've drug in from other realities even. So then you're having to heal wounding from not only this lifetime, but lifetimes in the past. Yeah. And it can be done, because I've done it. I do have a capacity of reading past lives, hooking up with higher selves, and they help me get to past lives. I can go into Akasha. I have quite a few gifts, and I'm still finding new gifts all the time within myself. It's a bit like a treasure chest, which is pretty fun. I'm gonna open up my window. Excuse the noise. It's just getting hot here. So, nevertheless, yesterday we spoke about how perspective matters, and it does damn near everything, but not everything. Trust me. It's part of things. Because you're always hearing people say, I mean, I've seen it so many times, because it's a ploy to get you to do things their way. The secret doesn't work. You want to manifest, but you can't seem to manifest, and this is why. And then they'll catch you dead in your tracks in their little ad, because it'll be like, well, the secret doesn't work because of this, this, and this, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is utter horse pucky. I've been manifesting, I think it started unconsciously, like my whole life. I mean, it's just... And when I started doing it with awareness, I made myself a damn guinea pig, because I'm that type of person. I'm not about to do it on other people. I'm not hurting anybody. If I were a doctor, I'd be like testing things on me before I ever tested it on other people. So, yeah, it was all like, well, if this does work, and you know, that's so like funny, because my whole life I was manifesting things, and I didn't even realize that's how unconscious, right? I mean, it's laughable. We're all like leaves floating in the effing wind. Until we wake up, it's like, wake up, wake up. Slap, 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 slap. Wake up. And when I began to wake up and realize, oh my God, there's this power. It's like, you would have thought you gave me diamonds, and it really is something quite lovely. It's not like I wasn't already interacting with this principle before, but it's just I became aware that I was, and conscious that I was interacting with it. I became an active participant, a co-creator with the universe, rather than this leaf floating on the wind. And even more so now than even back then. Even back then, I was probably in a dinghy with the universe pulling me along. Because I was still learning, so it's like, you don't even get an oar, damn it, because you suck at manifesting. I don't know, something like that. It's like you're in the boat, but you're not, I mean, you don't get to do shit because you don't know what the hell you're doing yet, but you're learning. At least you made it into the damn boat. So, I got in the boat. When I woke up, I got in the boat. And I was like, damn, I'm in the boat. And when I got in the boat, I was like, okay, so now I'm aware. And I started, it's like a cup of coffee. That's how I started it. It's like, let me manifest a free cup of coffee. And I'll never forget the day I had that thought. And it was just a simple thought. I was on the front porch. I'm like, I'm going to manifest a free cup of coffee. And within 15 minutes, my dad came in and said, would you like a cup of coffee? I was like, holy shit. My dad offering me a cup of coffee? I was thinking about making some coffee. Would you like some? Holy, are you my dad? Yes, I would love some. Okay. So that worked. There's something to this. There's something to this. So let me try something else. I'm going to get front row parking spots at stores for the next, I don't know, week or whatever day. I probably was very, very, like a day because I was nervous. And I remember the first try, because I was nervous, there was nothing there. I followed my hunch and I went back around. And when I came back around, somebody was pulling out. And it wasn't the first spot, but it was the second. You'll find out with the law of attraction, sometimes it isn't right like that exact thing, but it's damn fucking close, so you better be grateful. Let's say you ask for 100,000, but you get 99.5. So you're 5 off. Fuck that. Be grateful. And even if you got 98.5 or 95.5, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's exactly how it works. Like, it's close. So I got the second space. And I was like, yeah, my eyes went, And I think, you know, in that regard, it was the universe teaching me to trust my gut. Because here's one of the critical components of failure, mass failure, here on planet Earth. We've lost our ability to connect with our intuition. Why is that so damn important? And why does that not even seem like it's important? Oh, that's important. The uh-oh feeling, the I'm fucked feeling, the I need to get the hell out of here feeling, those feelings are slowly but surely, like, the less you, or the more you double back and second guess yourself, or don't trust yourself, or don't even rely on your own intuition, you're having to ask other people instead of trusting your own inner guidance, you lose it. And that feeling is your connection direct to source. That's why it's a critical, like, red alert. And a lot of people on Earth are losing that, or have lost it. Trusting yourself, trusting your gut. I just heard walking by faith and not by sight. That's why when I knew in the gang stalking, when they were throwing illusion after illusion after illusion up, I giggled because I already knew I was walking like this. Everything I'm doing here on this journey is coming out of my heart. They think I'm like them. Like, I fucking use these eyes? No, I use this eye. Or I use my heart. Or I'm feeling it through God. God will tell me. Or some other sense. Because we don't have just 5 senses. Oh my God. No. That's the other thing. There are more than 5. Most people only know of 5 senses. There are more. More than 5 senses. And I use them all. Using your intuition is key to manifesting, too. Like, I mean, I just heard gambling, so I'm just gonna go with the flow because I don't gamble, but it's trusting, knowing when to hold them, knowing when to fold them, you know, that sort of thing. You know, knowing when to, even when in investments, knowing when to put down the money, knowing what a good investment is, knowing where to put your money, when to put your money, who to invest in, what to invest in, what table feels lucky. You know, these are, having intuition is a skill, but it's also a connection. I mean, you're not using it in the best way possible, but then again, maybe you are. Nothing against gambling. I think I've been to a casino once in my entire life of 50 years. One time. I played penny slots. I took $20. That's it. I remember outside the casino, I said to my friend at the time, I said, you know, I'd rather, you know, take my money and throw it on the ground and set it on fire than take it in here and spend it. That's how I felt about gambling. It just felt like such a waste to put my money in those machines. But for those who believed different, they were bringing out bucks. See, I'm using now my thought process, me as the example when it comes to gambling. You take somebody like me who doesn't gamble and then put it toward like those professional gamblers. They see it completely different. And because of that, the way they think about things, the way they invest in it, is almost like a damn job. That there's a definite connect with the universe on it. And that is why when they go and they gamble, they'll bring out a win typically. Where when I go, I bring out air. Like nothing, but I take nothing in either. And it's because of me. I go, you know, I went to have fun. And I did. I had fun. That's what I did manage to do. I had fun. Because for me, it's about having fun. Yeah, I have nothing against gambling. It's a recreational sport. I just heard. Maybe. I guess. For me. Anyway, for others, maybe not so much, and for some, it's a problem. I mean, as a counselor, I do know people who lost homes and marriages and every damn thing else due to their gambling debts. So be careful. Be careful. Yeah, National Lampoon's Vacation, Gambling Edition. You've seen it, I know you have. That shit ain't as funny when it's in real life. Sure isn't. That kid won. Was it the girl or the son or the daughter who won all the cars? I mean, that was flipping outrageous. Like, the string of luck there, but it happens. And it's not luck. Confirmation. There's no such thing as luck. Not in our world. No luck. That truck that just passed by, that truck was sitting in the parking lot of my hotel. And now they just had to pass by me behind this plaza just to go through to the other side of Marketplace Circle, because that's what they did. They're gang stalkers. It's funny to me that the lawn service people, supposedly, no luck, no coincidence, even. No. Everything, you've heard people say it. Everything happens for a reason. I met you for a reason. This happened for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, a season, a blessing, or a lesson. Facts. That's true. Like I said, we live in a world full of scientific laws. Where in those scientific laws is there a law of luck or coincidence? The only thing in this world that can create something like that is God. Magic, miracles, and I call it divine intervention. That's when something happens that wasn't even remotely asked for or expected. Happens that is just so extraordinary. Your eyes are like dinner plates. And you're pinching yourself because you just don't know. Is this for real? Is this really happening to me? Pinch, 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 pinch. Like, people, I mean, I use this, but this happens. People winning the lottery, right? People winning the lottery. The reason why people win the lottery is because they believe they're going to. And some are actually set to, through their divine contract. Facts. I hate to tell you that. God does use some lotteries to help others, chosen even, when they're put in poverty, to get out. Just saying. always be a way. Always. There will always be loopholes. So, how you think about things matters. It really does matter. And what you focus on grows. And your thoughts carry a weight. Sure do. That can be measured. But you can't do just one. They have to be in alignment with what you're talking about. So what you're thinking about must be in alignment with what you're talking about. What you're writing about. And what you're emoting is the fuel. And they gotta be all in alignment. So you can't think rich, feel poor, write I'm broke, and then speak about how empowered you feel about being wealthy. You're gonna get a frickin' effed up response from the universe on that bundle. You gotta get all of them lined up. That's where the healing work, block removal, and reprogramming come in handy. And I'm good with them. I use alternative measures, sound frequencies. I use affirmations, mirror work. Even just silence. Sitting with my father. Prayer. But journaling works. Oh yeah. I mean, these are just basic things there. Scripting will even work. The 369 rule, if used properly, will work to help you. But to to heal, even to manifest healing, you gotta get yourself in alignment. So I hear some people have a hard time taking accountability for the way that they have treated people. It's hard to take responsibility when you've hurt people that you never even shared you care for or love. But you do. And then you turn around and hurt that individual. How do we heal that? Blue jay. So blue jays are symbolic of ancestors. And spirit guides. I just heard. Oh, 2 of them. Okay. I heard that's the first I've ever heard that. Archangel Michael and Faith. I have never had that with a bird. Blue jay. Like ever. Michael's been my guardian since birth. So, I'm not going to go too much into that. I've talked about that in other videos. I'll just simply say I thought everybody had angels like that watching over them. And I'll clarify this too. You know, I know in the first time I spoke on it, I said I found myself asking who I was. But really, the real question I got to thinking later was, why would God give me an archangel to protect me? From who did I need protecting from? What was out there trying to get at me? So what did I need protecting against that I needed an archangel my whole life? And not just one. I mean, very powerful thinking. Another blue jay. Or is it the same one? I think it might be the same one. I think that's Faith. Oh yeah, it is. I just heard faith, hope, and love. Wow. That's pretty awesome, actually, that came through like that. Amazing, actually. I'm trying to open myself up for any messages. I see. It's more for protection because I'm being gang stalked left and right. I've got people walking in the rain following me. I got a young lady right now doing it. I got people driving past me left and right. And I don't blame them. I mean, we got people just curious. We got people. I mean, I don't know. I've never. My position's an odd one, and I say that really from a very pure place, an innocent place. I mean, try being somebody who was told their whole life that they were a nobody. And then one day God says, oh, you're more than somebody. You're more than a nobody. And then little by little, by little, by little, by little, physical proof in 3D starts to prove it. I mean, and it begins to make sense because it's like, I really don't understand why otherwise I would have archangels as my protection and tons of people. Why would anybody want to harm or stalk a nobody? Nobody would. Nobody would, let's be real. Especially African American men and women. I'm going to show you her. Let's let her wave. You see her? Yeah. Well, what I can say here is, it doesn't matter who they are or what they are. It really doesn't. I notice patterns. Before,
African American, it was Indian. And before that, it was Mexican. And then a little bit of Chinese. Or Japanese. One of the two. And then, you know, gay. I noticed it was gay and lesbian. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then vets. And then smokers. And then retired folk. And I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. But I do. I notice patterns. I happen to be Indian myself, Native American. So, anybody who wants to spout out some crazy crap against a counselor of all things, about anything stupid, feel free. It speaks to you, not me. If I can't say the word African American without people being like, oh, I'm telling you, I've heard worse online. I was watching a reader the other day say the N-word over and over and over and over. And I was like thinking, what the hell is wrong with people today? And readers out there wearing like lingerie while they're reading tarot. I'm like, each their own. Maybe it's the nightclub. Maybe it is. Maybe it's hot where they're at. Maybe hot in different ways. Who knows? Maybe they feel like if they don't wear less, they won't get the attention. Maybe it's a self-esteem thing. Who knows? I don't go by that. I go by talent. I'm not out here to show that. I'm here to help people. And to help people, you don't need to be seeing my goodies. Period. So, I think here's the thing too. Yesterday, I spoke on the gang, there was a little turtle I saved, and I had saved it over in the parking lot of the hotel, and I had brought it over here and put it in this pond. And the message given to me was, the gang stalking was over. And that I would be picked up out of one place and put into a new place. And I know that's going to happen. And that the gang stalking was over. And this is what was coming. And I spoke to this simply because of the turtle situation. And I think this is the response of the gang stalkers. Because I spoke to how to kill out energy. I mean, when you don't want something in your life, how do you get rid of it? You don't pay it any attention. So, today, well, it started yesterday, actually. They got me talking about it. But I'm merely talking about it from a teacher's perspective. Because now I'm showing folks. But what I would typically do is ignore. And when I am not here doing this, that's exactly what I do. Don't I, yo? Mm-hmm. It's like you don't even breathe. But being that I'm on this video, they're walking by the car, they're driving by the car. And it started yesterday, and that's the whole point of the matter. And they're walking up and down, up and down, up and down. And this young lady here is walking the same path the white lady yesterday, the Caucasian lady with the short brunette hair, was walking. Same path. So it's almost like they're asleep. These people are either possessed by demons, they're AI-generated robots who don't have minds, because it's almost like they're on the same path.
because she's walking the same exact path that woman walked yesterday. Just saying. I notice patterns. Only difference yesterday was that woman had better weather. This one's doing it in the rain, which makes it a hell of a lot more noticeable. I feel bad for her, but not. She's choosing to do it. You know, what can I say? Crazy. Nevertheless, can't keep a good person down is all I can say. And you can't. You'll never keep a good person down. Facts. You can be mad about that all you want. You can throw a temper tantrum. You can lose your cool. You can throw 8,000 more people. You can walk a whole band by my car. And it ain't gonna fucking stop me from doing what I gotta do. You can make it rain every time I walk outside the house. So, like I said yesterday, this is one. I've won it. It's done. And you know that when I'm not on this video, and it's what angers you the most, is I don't pay you any mind. Why? I'm too busy. Even with the people trying to siphon me all through the evening. Confirmation. I need you to understand what you're siphoning will never work in your favor. I've already worked out a way to get all that energy returned to me. You will get none of that energy. And I'm going to have a way to do it where you don't get my energy and or my attention from here on out. What you will get is a big fucking karmic slap. Because I'm not your damn battery. I'm not your year supply of angelic lube so you can keep doing your girlfriend or boyfriend. I'm not your fucking bank account. I'm not your fucking shopping spree. I'm not your anything. Let me ask you this. What are you paying me to get that? What are you paying me? This is a relationship. Usually when we get things from banks or anywhere, there is a process. We fill out applications. There's a loan. Oh, that's right. You're a bunch of criminals. You're stealing. So be it. I don't really care. It's still a relationship. Spiritually speaking, you want anything from me, you're going to have the ball sack to come to me. And if you don't have the ball sack to come to me, stay the fuck away from me or you're going to hurt. Period. I say that with love and space held. But I love myself more. You understand that? Okay. And I know that comes off aggressive, but don't you think stealing from me is aggressive? Harassing me and bullying me is aggressive? I think so. That's what all of that is. That's what this walking around by me while I'm trying to video is. All of that is harassment. You're harassing an earth angel who's just trying to share her story. Anyway, story time's over for today. It's been fun. Sticking with the theme of consistency, I'll be back tomorrow. You bet your bottom dollar I will be. It'll be better. I believe in better days. They're fated for me. Take care and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Know I love you. May blessings wherever you are. May they flow to you and through you. In every way. Always. Bye.